Yo, I don't get hype about much.
I'm just saying, what I got to do to get y'all
I'm
right?
just saying.
I'm just saying, what I
You
got to
can
do
hand
to
me
get some hypeness?
you can hand me 1,000 ones and let me go have fun.
Okay, so it's obvious.
Oh, she got me.
It's obvious that I need Ross to answer the damn question.
I'm like I hover around on the height meter. Like I hover around like a level 6. Like I don't get much above a 6. I don't get much below a 5 or 4. I'm just.
Well, we got it. We here. We're gonna come on in. I'm always. I guess I'm happy. I've already said how I was gonna do my year, but I already see that the devil is busy. I already see.
And it's only January.
He's trying to, cause I'm trying to get past this Tyree, and I won't. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna get past it, and I'm at my field as a mother of black young men, and I'm tired. And my kids are in that area. My brother is in that area a lot. Not that area, but he's in Memphis, and my children love to go into Memphis when they go see my mom, because she's only 40 minutes from Memphis. So it's always close to home, no matter what happens.
Can you explain what happened? Because I didn't watch the video because I was.
So you got to square up. This is your next season. Your next season is you square up and you don't blink. This ain't the season where you talking to people. What I think, no. Make them look off first. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all suburbs, y'all ain't born in the ghetto. You'll never look down. You'll never take your eyes off the enemy.
Ain't nobody stopping my shine. They try to break me, try to take me out, but I got Jesus on my side. It's so bad I thought.
You know how we used to, because we didn't want to say what we need to say, we put our head down, huh? And then somebody says, okay. I want this year, 2023, our year is going to be like this. Yeah, I said it.
I got no problem with that.
Like you from right. To put it in Ross terms, like
you heard that right.
Yeah, to put it in Ross terms, like you from the D. Yeah, I said it. That's what I meant. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be like that to get what you want done. See, you got to square up, look them straight in the eye. Let them know I'm not gonna buckle. Oh, you don't want to play Froggy with me.
No, if you buck.
Yeah.
No, if you buck. No,
you don't want to play Froggy with me. You know what I mean? You want to keep that look. You know what I mean? Ross, I am truly feeling that ponytail on you, and I'm not just saying it. I really like it. I really do. I don't know what you do.
Only do it. You said you would. Fight your battles for you. They gon' wonder how you sleep at night. Only do it.
Just gotta get some things off my chest. Tough times I don't get hold up. We'll be high, cause we always is. But I'm feeling like this.
How many mothers gotta cry? How many brothers gotta die? How many more times? How many more times? How many more marches? How many more signs? How many more lives? How many more times? Take
colorblind, cause when they killing mine, they'll try to justify it. Oh, each and every time, playing in the park, taking you a jog, sitting on the couch in your own house. Never see, no matter what we do. You think we don't matter, but we do. You got a problem cause the city on fire, but you quiet when niggas die. Let the soul up out that body that we bury. You with God now, you no longer have to worry. How to sing these words out loud. All these beautiful, precious black lives lost in the name of senseless white pride. Tears falling from us. How many mothers gotta cry? How many brothers gotta die? How many more times? How many more times? How many more marches? Many more signs? How many more lies? How many more times? How can you be quiet? You know the language of the unheard is a riot. All we ever see from you is violence. You know you ain't no better if you silent. You talking about the city on fire. Where's your race when my people die? We ain't slaves, let my people fly. Now it's time, watch my people rise. How many mothers gotta cry? Brothers gotta die. How many more times? How many more times? How many more marches? How many more signs? How many more lies? How many times? How many mothers have to cry? How many brothers gotta die? How many more lies? How many more times? How many more marches? How many more signs? How many more lies? Shame I gotta ask. I leave you with that.
Got 6 minutes. Switch it, switch it. Listen, don't you worry about it. Cause out of all of that, I still gotta cry out to him and say, Lord, deliver me. I say, Lord, deliver me, 'cause all I seem to do is hurt me. Hurt me. And bruh, I ain't think it hurt me, so I had to say, Lord, deliver me, yeah. 'Cause all I seem to do is hurt me, oh Lord. Anybody can testify? Hurt me. And I say, Lord, please come by my house. Please come by my house and rescue me. Lord, I know I can't make it without you, Lord. And this is what we cry. Can you hear me say, oh? Come on, cry out to him in these 4 minutes. Let me hear you. I need you to. I need you to change the way I think. I want to love again. I want to forgive again. Can you come by my house, Lord? We are standing in the need of prayer. at your neighbor and say, I'm coming out. No, I want you to scream at them like you really know you're coming out. Seconds. I'm gonna praise him for the good and the bad, because I know, let me tell y'all something, if he did it for me, I know he'll do the same for you. So this time I want you to grab your neighbor by the hand and lift it up real high and say, we're coming out of this. We're coming out of this. I'm 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 coming out of this. All depression. I'm coming out of this. Suicidal thoughts. Suicidal thoughts. Suicidal thoughts. I'm gonna love again. I'm gonna love again. I'm gonna love again. I'm gonna love again. I will win. I shall win. 20 more seconds. I'm coming out of this. I'm coming out of this. If you coming up, you wanna scream.
He called me and I came back to the funeral home. About 3 blocks away, an odor met me that nearly knocked me out. I said, what on earth in the world is that? It was Emmett's body. That's how the smell was so strong until it covered a 2 or 3 block area. My father was on one side of me, and Rayfield Moody was on the other side of me, and Jean was at my back. And I shrugged them. I said, turn me loose. I've got a job to do, and I don't have time to be fainting now. I saw his tongue had been choked out, and it was lying down on his chin. I saw that this eye was out and it was lying about midway the cheek. I looked at this eye, and it was gone. I looked at the bridge of his nose, and it looked like someone had taken a meat chopper and chopped it. And I looked at his teeth, because I took so much pride in his teeth. His teeth were the prettiest things I'd ever seen in my life, I thought. And I only saw 2. Where are the rest of them? They'd just been knocked out. And I was looking at his ears. His ears were like mine. They curled. They're not attached, and they curled up. The same way mine are. And I didn't see the ear. Where's the ear? And that's when I discovered a hole about here, and I could see daylight on the other side. I said, now, was it necessary to shoot it? If that's a bullet hole, was that necessary? And I also discovered that they had taken an axe and they had gone straight down across his head, and the face and the back of the head were separate. Well, I looked at Mr. Rayner, and Mr. Rayner wanted to know, was I going to have the casket opened? I said, oh yes, we're going to open the casket. He said, well, Miss Bradley, do you want me to do something for the face? Want me to try to fix it up? I said, no, let the people see what I've seen. I said, I want the world to see this, because there's no way I could tell this story and give them the visual picture of what my son looked like.
The easiest thing was,
my husband and I got to the hospital, and I saw my son. He was already gone. They had beat him to a pulp. He had bruises all over him. His head was swollen like a watermelon. His neck was busting because of the swelling. They broke his neck. My son's nose looked like an S. They actually just beat the crap out of him. And so when I saw that, I knew my son was gone then. Even if he did live, he would have been a vegetable.
And Miss Wells, he calls out for you 3 times. Gut-wrenching screams for his mom.
That was my baby. He was a mama's boy. That boy loved me to death. He has my name tattooed on his arm. People don't know what those 5 police officers did to our family. And they really don't know what they did to their own families. They had put their own families in harm's way. They have brought shame to their own families. They brought shame to the Black community. I just feel sorry for them. I really do. I really feel sorry for them.
why do you say that?
Because they didn't have to do this. And like I said, they brought a lot of shame to their own family. Once you see this video, and I know I didn't see it, but from what I hear, it's horrific. And the humanity of it all, Where was the humanity? They beat my son like a piñata. My son, he had Crohn's disease. He had surgery in 2013. My son weighed $150. He was 6'3", and he weighed $150. And those men, if you combine their weights, it was over 1,000 pounds. Beating a 150-pound person to death. Because that's what they did. They beat my son to death.
They say life is what you make it. Well, I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of. They say life is what you make it, yeah. Well, I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of, yeah, yeah. They say life is what you make it. Well, I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of. They say life is what you make it, yeah. Well, I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of, yeah, yeah. They say life is what you make it. Well, I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of.
I'm waiting to exhale. I started holding it back with Emmett Till's bomb. Was it 1955? 1955. I think she was praying in no mother would have to go through what she went through. I think she, like she told, remember she said, no, I don't have time to lean back. I don't have time. I got work to do. Doing that for mothers like me. Mothers like Tyree's mom, who's 2023. And the funny part about it for me was the description was almost similar. And that aches me. That aches my soul. Here's the other thing that bothers me. It has me with some sleepless nights right now. There was a little bit of a light when you talk about the police department. When I said, well, we got other races on the force as well. Now, let's say my son called me and said, Mom, I'm about to get pulled over. The officer coming up to the window. I'm not gonna lie. I said, okay. He said, oh, he a black man. I would be like, okay. Okay, you might be okay. Just keep your procedures, though. Both hands on the steering wheel. You know what I mean? The thing you go through, that you have to go through now. Well, I got two choices tonight. I can sugarcoat this shit. Say, worry about what somebody think. Tell y'all that if I can see you and you can see me, we got half the battle won because we live to fight another day. Tell you that I am Dionne Johnson. I'm the host of I'm Just Sayin. Introduce you to my beautiful co-host, Miss Marianne. Here by the way of the Netherlands. And Lord, is she getting an eye full and an ear full and learning a lot. I got my boy, Double Deuce R.R. Johnson. Hopefully the next senator. Hopefully not soon enough. for the next president. Hope it's soon too. I got homie Quan. I said if it happened and he don't know about it, it didn't happen. I'm sad to say that this happened. Now we got everything in my body for him to not know about this one. I don't even want to know about it. I think the hardest thing is we don't fuck with y'all. We really don't. Now I'm starting on one side of the coin, because you got to. One side. See, that's why I say all skin folk and kinfolk. This is why we say hate is taught. Because them son of a bitches forgot that if you take they motherfucking ass, put them in a motherfucking truck, a car, send them motherfuckers to another state without a uniform or a badge. Let somebody pull them over. The same shit could happen to them. See, was that Malcolm X? Or was it Malcolm that said they will hire us to kill us? That sickens me at the stomach to look at them. They not even.
Don't even say it. They're not even worthy of you saying it. They're not.
You know, a lot of people don't like the word nigger. A lot of people don't like the word, don't like for people to curse. They say, well, you have a better vocabulary than that. There's a better way you can express yourself. Well, I done tried. I've been trying for a few days now. And there's a lot of big words I've looked up, but I don't express how I feel. And sometimes I realize sometimes when you say something, it just feels better. So for anybody that's offended by that word, that's fine. But someone I care about had a saying at one point. Niggas and flies. Niggas and flies. Nothing I hate more than niggas and flies. The more I get to know niggas, the more I love flies. Because see, there's a difference between the words, whether you want to believe it or not. And if you want to go there, I'm smart enough to know all these words were created. You can call a person gay. Definition of gay is happy. Why would you want to call somebody queer? Because you can't find a better word to express how that person chooses to live their life. These are all just words. Words. But to pull a young man over for no apparent reason, but he was black, snatch him, grab him, do all this, and there's no proof that he was even speeding, wasn't swerving. Worst part about it was you hear the man say 100 times, I'm down, I'm down. Each one of you, you heard the mother say he weighed $150. That's something we always say in the South anyway, about somebody skinny. We just had this conversation, didn't we, guys, last week? Mm-hmm. That if it's more than one of you guys, and the person doesn't have a gun, a weapon, anything, there's no reason they should die on your watch. But for me to sit and watch it now, I just had to turn my head. Like, for me to sit and watch. Y'all held this, they held the gap so each one could take time skipping. What kind of, and then I heard somebody say they're not gonna put them if you put them in jail, they're gonna protect them. They're not gonna put them where everybody else at. They don't deserve no special attention. Put them exactly where everybody else at and walk away. If you don't like the fact that I said it, fuck you. Put them where everybody else at. Why should they get any kind of privilege? They lost the honor of that badge when they did what they did. But, you know, they'll agree with me now, though. They black. The white judge, if they get one, will say, yeah, we'll put them in the same facility with everyone else. We won't protect them. They arrested them fast. Steadfast, strong fast, real fast. I mean, they fired them fast. Then they pressed the charges fast. And they throwing out all the evidence on them, too. Evidence, but
even though there's more.
Yeah.
Even though there's more.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Where's the others? There are others in that. Where are they? Why haven't you showed their faces? See, because now I'm with Crump. And Crump, because I got to let my team talk. I'm running this time as a mother of oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Crump. We getting too little money now. It's time to start breaking the bank. There's no price on these people's lives. It's never gonna bring this woman's baby back. Ever. She don't need no 40 million. Break the bank. It's time to start shedding these places down. Hell, make the city go bankrupt.
Yeah, I'm right.
Ain't nobody tore up nothing. Everybody. We don't fuck with y'all. We really don't. Even now, with all these murders, y'all got your own little secret clique just to how to kill. And it's just how to kill people of color, especially black. If somebody go out there and get their own little group on how to kill the people that's killing us,
we're called terrorists.
Oh,
yeah. And they'll call them terrorists, anarchists. They'll call them every single thing except organized.
Then they say an eye for an eye leaves everybody dead. Yeah, but you poke my eye, one eye's still there. You know, how long? And there has to be a way for real justice. Because now we don't know who the enemy is. We don't know who. On the force, as I said, you had something going for you at first. Something. I hear brothers say, I'm going to be on police force. Good, we need more. You know what I mean? We need more of us. Try to push up in ranks too. You don't go in and join, you stupid son of a bitches. You go in and make it better. I don't even know when. I wish I could ask one of them. When did you forget who you were? But you know, when you look at Clarence Thomas, it's easy. But with Clarence Thomas, I said, you know, he got a white wife. You know, he probably sold out a long time ago thinking it was better, like Candace, you know. Even though I believe Candace is running game on them folks. I really do. But then again, I read about her life, and she had some things happen to her, and she was you know, some people, she was really kind of bullied by white people. I think that she decided if you can't beat them, join them. And that's the thing, probably. I'm not going to make excuses for them. I don't give a fuck what you've been through. People have been through shit and they did this. Guys, I got big homie Quan here. I got R. Deuce Johnson. They be on Black Brothers. You be riding through the D sometime, Detroit, if they want to know what I'm talking about, Michigan. And do you ever feel like when you riding through there, do you ever feel worried?
You know, in Detroit, I'll be very candid here. You know, a lot of the police force is black now, but Detroit is kind of known for the locals for sure. You know, like there are no rules when it comes to driving. You can take some more liberties. You know, you make U-turns that you probably shouldn't, because you see people do it all the time. Because the idea is like the police force they have bigger things to worry about than somebody going 10 over or somebody making a U-turn, or, you know, driving infractions just aren't as important. But now, once you talk about getting out to driving in the suburbs, so you're in Metro Detroit, you're strictly following all of the driving laws, rules, whatever. You know, there are local ordinances about cell phone usage. You're following those. So yeah, once you cross the county borders and the city limit borders, and you're outside of Detroit, I think particularly black drivers, they all know to, heck, some. I mean, some of my dad's friends, they don't even leave the city. You know, they don't drive outside of the city. They, you know, because they don't even want to deal with it. So, yeah.
Mar, you have a black husband. How do you feel? Do you ever worry when he goes out and you're not with him?
You know, I'm not from here, so my mind is literally in the safe space of growing up knowing you don't have to worry about the police. So even here, and even though I see it on the news, somehow my brain is like, it's not gonna happen to me. You know, somehow I'm not worried. I mean, I'm in you know, Leimert Park a lot. I'm on Crenshaw a lot. I'm not worried.
No, I'm talking about him. You wouldn't have to worry if you wasn't from here. If you were from here with your complexion.
Right, but the thing is, you know, you hear the stories about officers approaching the white lady, asking her if she's okay. You know, I feel like, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, since we've been here, I've never felt weird, you know, even, you know, I know my husband is aware, of course, of the police when he's driving, and he also mentions it when I'm driving. And, you know, it's so built in his system that he does notice it, but still we expected it to be worse. So, yeah, obviously that's a good thing, but I mean, that's the thing too. I mean, LA County is like, what, 11 million people? So
yeah.
How big is the chance that it's you? You know, you can be lucky for a while and then boom, shit happens. So I'm not saying it's, you know, wrong place, wrong time. It's basically, I mean, I feel like I have an angel on my shoulder that I haven't seen more than what I've seen so far.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It makes sense. Whew. I don't know. What about you, Quan?
I don't even know where to even start. Because I know from me and you, Dionne, we do know some police officers. We do know people that are involved in the justice system. We do know people that are involved in these things. And even though I could say the rhetoric right now of there are some good cops, it's just at this point, I can't really validate giving that positive affirmation out because of just how this landscape is going. It's not as if we don't know about how the police were made out of the slave patrol. It's not as if we don't know all these things, especially with Black History coming up. But just to know that in the month of January alone, and I said this while we were in the back room, and I hope everyone understands is that just because we see Tyree Nichols, just because we see Keenan Washington, just because we see all these ones that are publicized, there's many more in other states that are not publicized. There's many more where it may not even reach your local news. It may just reach people that are just, people that are doing scoops, in their local cities. I know Ross has a background, with being involved with the newspaper, industry and media and news and all that. And I guarantee even with what he knows about what's going on in Detroit and maybe in all these other places across the world, that there's so much more than what we see that literally is presented to us. And
but what would you guys say you feel is behind all this? What would you think to be a motive of 5 Black cops, are
basically it's I think that if we had the real answer to that question, we could begin to heal. Because all 5 of them fucked up in the head. Not one thought this shit ain't right. Not one thought, wait a minute. Y'all hold up. Even just to say, I ain't going to jail with y'all for this shit. So when you ask that question, this is new for me. I want to know if it's new for anyone else. You're ashamed to say that. Not new, because I know all skin folk ain't kinfolk, but what, goddamn. We got 5. Not one of them had a change of heart, a thought, a feeling. Maybe we'll find that out later, but in retrospect. So I feel like in whatever this thing they started, some kind of training has begun, and they started you get brainwashed. And
well, I mean that.
Go ahead. Yeah,
not to cut you off, but
no, go ahead.
That what you're saying about it's in the training, that would mean it's systemic, like it's a result of systemic racism. Which means even if you plug in parts, like, so these officers, they're parts in this bigger system, right? You plug them in, and as soon as these parts are in the machine, they behave in a manner that is in tune with the machine as a whole. So they're doing what the system tells them to do, and it's almost like they get in there, like if they're all 5 of these officers are individual gears, right? You put them in this bigger machine. Once they're in that machine, they behave, no matter how they were outside. They could have been 5 unique cogs, 5 unique gears outside the machine, but once you put them in and they're rotating and they're turning the other gears, they're in tune with how the machine is working. And I think so that's like this is like a perfect example of how systemic racism even eclipses race and ethnicity.
And if anybody want to know why I jumped like a crazy person just then, when he said that, it's funny because you're right, but because they're moving, like you said, the way they were put in place to move. But the messed up part about it is, here's what I want all of them to understand. It's the same way we want a lot of them to understand, and it's the similar thing, except for it either way people get hurt. But in this one, it's the worst kind of hurt. And when I'm talking about the football basketball coach for Boston that had the affair, and they suspended him for a year. You know, and we're talking about the news guy that they, and I said it to say, and I say it for a reason. Both of them had affairs, had black wives, had affairs with white women, and the punishment went way past the crime. There's something that their spouses should have really been able to deal with as well, more so, for the people in their life. When you get over on this side now, what these, say the word, what these fools need to see is you got threw out right away. Ain't there? I don't hear one person in that police department defending you five.
Nope. They
done told it, sold it, every video, every single thing delivered publicly, on point, on time, no holds barred. Even when y'all when the camera came from out of nowhere, where you was holding the boy one by one, hitting him with every they were so out of breath you thought they had ran track. Cause they chased him, but out of breath too from beating him. So every piece of evidence was surrendered for your black ass, on your black ass.
I thought we had enough of Rodney King. And I'm saying that just genuine in my heart, not because of the way Rodney King went through what he went through with the Caucasian, Asian, and other officers, but just of the police being senseless.
I had enough with Rodney. We had enough with Rodney King. We had enough with George Floyd. We had enough with Breonna Taylor. We had enough. We had a motherfucking enough. But the worst part about this bullshit, as I say, we still had some hope, because it would be one little black person tossed in there, and they probably was just standing there like scared, but on the knee we was hoping. Just a little sprinkle in it. You got 5 black brothers. You can't even call them brothers, no, but you got 5 foolish, stupid, less than cowardly black men. And I still can't get to wrap around my mind why one couldn't say this is not right. But you know what, guys? We can do this all night long. We can cry. We can throw out ideas. We can throw back shit. We can toss it, tear it up, get another sheet of paper, try to write it up again. We can mechanize it. We can do all this shit. We are tired.
Yes.
Now what we need is, what can we really do? Because we done really seen now, like, what the fuck? And my silly ass tried to rationalize it at first. Oh, well, maybe they were all drug deals. Maybe something went wrong there. Maybe they thought they didn't know who he was.
Now were you trying to rationalize it because of the situation that happened previously with Keenan?
Hell no. I was trying to rationalize, not being negative. What happened to Keenan was dead wrong. But that's what we've been seeing for so long. That's why we always saying how many more. As I say, and I say again, as a mother of black kids, the one little thing of hope you kind of had was, well, hopefully, if they get pulled off somehow, hopefully it's if they told you, well, he's a black officer. You kind of hope, but we saw it though. It was just a movie, but goddamn it, we saw it in Boys in the Hood.
Yes.
Now that kind of, he was worse than the white officer. The officer walked off.
You for them rolling 60s.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. And then there's certain people, some of the black people don't have a respect for. Tell you a story. It's a true story. Very true story. I was driving. Wasn't here in LA, bless God. But I was in part of California. Got pulled over. Man pulled me over. First he thought I was a man. So then he started going in on me, and and I'm nervously trying to find my license, blah, 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 trying to do what I need to do, but I'm nervous. And he's like, hurry up. And he's going, nah. Well, you don't have it. And he kept going. So I made sure I get my highest pitched voice so he'll know I'm a woman. Then I said, sir, I really do have it. I promise you I have it. I said, you're just making me nervous. You know, made this girl nervous. And he looked at me and looked at me again. I said, and being from the South, I've heard about California, and I just don't even, I don't know what to do. Give me a minute. He said, you're from the South. I said, yeah, I'm not even from here. I'm just visiting. You know, I'm trying to think if I want to move here. I said, I'm just nervous. I'm not making this up. I'm nervous. I'm just nervous. All of a sudden, he changed his routine. What part of the South are you from? I'm still looking. You know, I said, I'm from Arkansas. You ever heard of Pine Bluff? I said, yeah. I said, it's about 25 minutes from Little Rock, about 2 hours and 20 minutes from where I grew up in Madison. Where do you think you put your license? Do you think you have a license? And then he said, okay, let me back up for a minute. Let's take a breath. Try to find your license. So I finally looked, you know, raised my armrest and stuff. And my wallet is, give him my license. Thank God at that time it's still an Arkansas license. Whole attitude changed. Even the conversation he said to me, so help me God. So I thought you was one of these knuckleheads from here. With all these excuses, all of this. You just from out of town. Long story short, we ended up after he stopped me talking for about another hour. But my point was when I finally got home, got to myself, really thought about it. I had a great conversation with him, thought it was cool. But my mind finally went later, though. What if I hadn't been? So, Ross, I need you to help me understand that. Either one of y'all, Quan or somebody. Because, see, that really happened. I didn't make this up. So, trying to generalize, I think some people, just like with boys in the hood, feel like if y'all want to act like freaking animal, and I'm not calling nobody no animal. Oh, Lord, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying compartmentalizing in their mind. Certain people live in certain neighborhoods, certain this, certain that, and this is how you are. And since you are,
but I think that goes with what Ross was saying about how once you're now a part of the cogs of the system, you're now programmed, you're now brainwashed, you're now entrenched into this mentality where you now can't look at certain people the regular way anymore. It's almost you're looking at people as profiles based on the city or based on even maybe a car or based on, like I said, the way they're trained. Like I said, I don't know how the police train it.
No, you're right, but it's time to deprogram. It's time to deprogram. Now, guys, I got to take control of the wheel. We're going to switch this because we have to address it. We had to address it. It happened. We could not address it. I can never stop sending out prayers and thoughts for his mom because this is deeper than what the media sees. She's hurting and she's going to hurt for a while, deeply. To hear your baby call your name and you can't be there. And I know all he was doing was trying to run to you. You know, so let's just really know, you know, I know. I don't know, but I can only imagine. Now, we want to stay on the subject. We do. But here's where we are with it. And Ross, you tell me if I'm wrong. Quan, you tell me if I'm wrong. Mara, you tell me if I'm wrong. And we're finna go on and talk about DeSantis' ass and move on and get into some more conversation. The only way change is going to happen, we have to get information. We have not shut anything down. We still ain't stopping nothing. We're not doing anything.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So is there an organization above the police that's supposed to keep an eye on everybody doing their job correctly?
Tell her, Ross. Yes, it is.
Well, I mean, so this was
break it down for me because I know you know, but there's police department. There's somebody that investigates them. Let them know, Ross.
Yeah. So like there are people who organization that oversees like obviously the city police, so that you know, like these are different levels of like internal affairs. Mm-hmm. So when something goes in any situation where if there's a complaint or there's potential wrongdoing, you know, it's kind of like goes under review. So yeah, there's depending on which level of, you know, law enforcement it is, there is someone who is some organization who's supposed to, review case, whatever the case is. So on a case by case basis. So, obviously, in most states, law enforcement goes, it's the city level, the county level, and then sometimes, you have universities, colleges, those kind of institutions that have their own deputized law enforcement. So, but usually it's city and state, and then obviously federal government. They oversee, they can oversee. FBI obviously is big one. They oversee and investigate.
Well, I mean, if I was an objective external agency looking at the way the police department is functioning, I would be like this, and I'm going to shake things up around here because it's obviously not functioning. So apparently there's someone or the whole organization doing this the whole time and is getting away with a lot of stuff that is weird to me that it's even possible.
It's been possible for years because, again, it's been possible for years. Tell it to all these black mothers and fathers and that's been burying their daughters, their sons, everybody. It's, again, as Quan told you, this was started doing when they ended really slavery. It was to police us, keep us under control, and it has been working. If you want to fix this system, you first have to blow it up and then put it back together.
Yep.
And in order to do that, that's the way America is. Everybody, here's the thing, and this is what I've come to grips with, and I hope that it gets better. I pray. Everybody, it's like 44 and a half. That's the best way I can explain it. Even though a lot of people know wrong was done, a coup happened, he was responsible, blah, 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 because of certain rules that they have set in place. If we go and we say yes, and we put him in jail, we have never, it's unprecedented that we put a former, president in jail, or a president in jail. So we would rather try to bend these rules. Now everybody finding documents. I think that's everybody's way. Like all the people that got together and talked about it and said, we can't prosecute him. What do? That's my thought. But now you got Biden. I got papers. They done found papers with me. Now Pence, I done got papers found. So it's either going one or two ways. Either they doing that so that they can show the proper procedure, how it's supposed to happen. So when he's arrested, it won't get shoveled in. And I pray that's it. Or is we know we can't prosecute his ass. How do we fix this? Because see, what happens is there are people that want the system to change. Trust me. But then they pull those people in the room and say, here's what's going to happen if we do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's been happening for years. Even the people that want to be in. Just like when Justice Clarence Thomas was due to go in. Biden, I'll stand on that one. Let me say something. Let's stand on something. Biden knew Clarence Thomas was very wrong and did something wrong with Anita Hill. He knew it. Right? He didn't even want him in. He knew it was all true. But he gave in. Deals were made, he gave in. But the way he tried to justify it, after Clarence Thomas was voted in, 3 women, more women came into to have Senate and Congress seats. He was instrumental in when Obama came in having the abusive act. Trying to do things to fix what he knew happened then. Because see, at that time, you didn't throw the wheel off motion. You didn't stir the pot. And even now, he still says, I believe that America is good and can be great. I voted for Joe Biden. I'll do it again. I believe that his heart is in the right place. But I believe just like if my grandmother was still living or somebody was still living, their mindset doesn't understand. It's still a little different. And we're at a point now where certain more serious things need to take place. And a lot more serious actions. I say with police department, blow that shit up, not like literally, but blow it up meaning like just shock it, do some shit that's never been done before, and strip that shit. You know what I mean? Go from state to state, city to city, and just start taking out that. You take that, snatch all that bad out, and start over. Even here, because you know the programming. If they're programmed, they need to be deprogrammed. But otherwise, our conversation will be continual. This was 1955 with Emmett Till. I played it for a reason. This is 2023. Their stories are similar. The only difference was the people that killed this woman's son was supposed to protect him. At least them fools with Emmett Till, they were not police officers. They just hid the crime. They just hid it. This one, and they were our people. Do you think his mom maybe would have been thinking about that, some shit like that was gonna happen?
Nope.
And it would be black men, them same black men that were holding her up, getting her to destination after destination, looking her out for her. You think she look at their eyes and one day one of yours or your descendants is gonna kill and murder? You understand what I'm saying? One of us, the same violent way it happened to Emmett. And it we don't want to talk about this. You know that. We don't. Just like that,
but it's got to be done.
Yeah, that mother don't want to go bury her son. She don't. But she's weak right now. She's strong. We realize, like Mamie, but she needs somebody to be strong for her. It's a story to be told. Something needs to be addressed, and we need to address it. And these men need to be prosecuted to the highest level. They don't even need to come out of the jail, and don't protect them. Not like that. Let them know how to protect themselves in the prison system like the rest of the people. They are no longer police officers. But in return, do the same now. Memphis, you set a standard. Now, we shouldn't be waiting when something else happens.
But one little side note, though, didn't they get all out on bail?
Oh, you got out for bail. I knew they were going to do that because, they still were going to give them innocent to proven guilty. They're pillars of the community. They've been police officers for X amount of time. We don't think they're a risk factor of running. So, we don't know if his first degree was still investigating. And you know what I'm saying? So there were rules there that let them get bailed out.
But I mean, I thought in case of murder, bills should be so high that they,
like the bill is just set as a ridiculous amount so that they have no realistic chance of. Yeah,
it should have been, but I don't, I didn't handle that case. Grandmother wished I had been a lawyer. Lord knows I probably wish I had, and then went on to be a prosecutor. But they'd have got me out of there quick because I'd have been prosecuting for what was right. But I wish. The only thing that we can do is continue to call it out and get information. That was where I was at. Get information. Get information. Tell y'all something. Let me tell you how important money is. Not just to black people. It's even more important to the white community. Money's so important. Martin Luther King did what he did. Y'all don't realize this. I think we do, but I want everybody to start back. Let me tell you something. The best way to fix this right now, guys, I'm going to tell you a secret. Do what I'm doing. Go back and start studying Martin, Malcolm. Go back and start studying all of them again. Sometimes you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Go back and remember the wheel. Go back. And understand why they died as well. See, y'all think Martin Malcolm died because they ended segregation. No, they were mind doing that. I told you 75% of the money was coming from us anyway. God damn it, y'all don't get it. If 75% of the money was coming from us then, how much money do you think coming from our asses right now? We the spenders. Whether we have it or not. Average white person will hold on to shit, send their kids off to college. Look at them shoes. Look at this. They ain't negative. They ain't really caught up in that shit unless they already millionaires or something. That's us. Little 5-year-old got on Jordans. He gonna wear 5 months. My point is.
And Dionne, what's the statistic every single year that comes out that black people spend? That black people are what the
highest
or in the trillions, not the billions, in the trillions.
In my faith, in my mind, I believe we the reason they call it that's me though, Black Friday. But that's me. But in retrospect, proven fact, Martin Luther King had dealt with that, not like that, but the integration, we'd been integrated, things were not going perfect, but it was going, the wheel was moving. He had moved on to other subjects. And he started to study, you know how when they came out, when they were helping the farmers and they were giving them land. Where do y'all think the 5 acres, the mule and the acres came from? Because when they were coming out, it was a time they were giving money to the farmers and people that had that, give you some land, give you a mule and and let you be able to take care of yourself. Well, at that time we were sharecropping, supposedly. But what was happening was white people were taking the land that was ours. And the mule. Promising it to us later. Promising it. But you got to go back and watch when Malcolm let it be known that millions of dollars started being used to stop, pay these people with the farms and things like that. And yet the white America were telling us, pull yourself up from your bootstraps when you took our boots and the straps.
Mm-hmm.
And so Martin's next mission was, we are going to go to the government because the government owes us a check. You follow me? And so with him saying that,
husband and I got to the hospital.
With him saying that, hence he ended up murdered. Because see, now you're dealing with the finance. Now you're questioning, which is true, the government. 50 acres and a mule. The hell y'all think that came from? So, realistically, right now, Memphis should be shut down. Nobody should be buying a damn thing, getting nothing, doing nothing until justice is served. We don't have that kind of willpower. Almost every other race probably would do it. I'm not being negative. It was the bus boycott in the South that took away whites only signs. And that was a major sacrifice. They walked. It took over a year. To the heels of their feet. People got up early, got inconvenienced. Comfort and freaking convenience don't go hand in hand. We started forgetting as time started to go on. The story stopped being told. Wasn't no Kunta Kinte story. Wasn't no baby held up to the... And it's odd because you see him holding his baby up like this. Wasn't no baby up saying, behold, the only thing greater than you. Let me tell you what happened. Let me do this. We don't even know now. It's so muffled. And our children are the most convenient motherfuckers it is. Comfortable is what I'm trying to say. Confident convenience. You don't inconvenience me right now. They barely want to walk. They don't even want to walk to the refrigerator. The hell make you... They don't want to stay at home. COVID had everybody in straight depression. Okay. Till you learn about comfort and convenience and how important it is and to get uncomfortable for a little while just to make it better, we're going to go all around the world and keep coming back to this. We spend more money than the average person. We still ain't getting respect. We the ones still working just as hard. A lot of us work, don't even get a great promotion. Bradley can't get a raise. Then you get down there in Florida, we're changing the subject. You got Governor DeSantis down there because he want to run for president. He could fuck with a lot of things. But now he is saying we're not, it's just a typical AP course, African American Studies. He knows that it's going to get overturned. Trump is already down there. They already filing a lawsuit. I don't give a fuck what he is saying. Don't even worry about that. That's the problem. What y'all need to do is every time you do something, go get your attorneys. Joe Biden keep putting them goddamn federal judges and judges in place. Take them to court, because that's why your constitution, that's why your rights are there. Your laws are there. Use them. But what you do is pay attention to this son of a bitch for November in 2 years. You understand what I'm saying? Less than 2 years now. And you make goddamn sure that you make sure that his ass do not get on that ballot. Or don't let him get in that damn White House. Don't forget every damn thing he doing. Because he's doing this to be, and he will be worse than Trump. Because Trump was too dumb. He gonna know how to say what you want. Guys, if you want an example, and I am not gonna stay on his raggedy ass either. If you want an example, I want to talk about some football and something funny before we get out here in the next 10 or 15 minutes. I want to laugh. You want an example? What are your Republicans doing right now? There you go. Close your eyes. What you see? Not a goddamn thing. So, what? If somebody show you who you are, you stop believing it? So far, they want to stop taxes, federal taxes, so they don't have to get in trouble or have to pay any, but tax you 35% more for every goddamn thing you buy. When shit already high. They're not nothing. Not bill, no nothing got passed. They don't even want to deal with the damn deficit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But want to justify the fact that people being laid off from all these companies is a good thing for the billionaires that own the companies.
That's like telling a girl that you gave a golden shower that is champagne.
Ooh, young Miami.
Ain't nobody gonna, let's be real, because when they win the games, they shake the champagne up, they throw it on people. Nobody would disgrace that. That's like, oh, ain't nothing wrong. What about to call you, oh, you nasty. And I don't have no thoughts on none of that. None of my business. But my point is, if it's champagne, nobody would have no thought. Am I right, Ross? Nobody would care. Right. Nobody would care. Was it Dom Perignon? That was that Moet, wasn't it? Oh, he did Andre. Girl, leave that man. He went and bought that $4.95 bottle. He went and got Andre. That was no Cristal. Girl. Ooh.
Or no Bel Air.
Yeah, that would be the conversation. Oh, girl, yeah, Andre. Oh my God. Oh, Andre. Oh, I don't even want that to even just be popped open. I'm just sick at the stomach. Everything in perspective, let's just say. Some of you young girls, why don't you care less about that golden shower and more about what's going on in this political world? Because if this shit don't get right, you're going to have a whole lot more to worry about than whether that shower is golden or not. Trust. That's our problem, though. We caught up in the wrong shit. We caught up in the wrong shit. Now, if I could, and Margaret, to answer your question, well, if I could get some of these motherfuckers on the right page, we can get shit done. What I gotta do? Promise golden shower so you motherfucker come over this side and we can get this shit rectified? Let's go then. Let's go. Give me about 500 good brothers and brothers. I don't care what color. Y'all, you know, let me keep you on stock with the,
and we're posting on OnlyFans and Pornhub.
Look, with the champagne, so that we can get this shit done. We need to be right now teaching our kids about history, civics, everything that they need to know. But they TikToking away. And I'm laughing at it too, because it's funny. I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty. I laugh too. It's okay if that child is getting their education and stuff, but it's things that if Tiger Woods and Serena and Venus's father can create multimillionaires by taking the time, and they still were smart kids and kept them out of trouble and changed their whole family's life. Imagine what you could do if you put a whole lot more real physical interest in your kids, you know, about what's going on in today's world and society, knowing they got to live in it. We need more than for them to be gone like P&B. You know, that's the end. That's the best we can do. Lord, y'all don't, why y'all get me started? Mari, I need to get off of this here. I'm on a roll. I can't do this no more. I can't.
That go to showers was a bar.
I can't. We done talked about the gold showers, the champagne. We might
as well give people an OnlyFans account and hey.
No, we don't have to do any of that because I'm carrying myself a different way. I ain't got no OnlyFans page and I'm not putting anybody down to do, so don't even run there either. Let me get one thing straight. When I speak on stuff, my people, my audience, my lovelies, my nation, if you like it, I love it. I can't get enough of it. But that's just not me.
Oh God.
You know, that's all. Now, don't get me wrong. I want some fans, but you don't have to be the onlys. I want a lot of wanna be here because we want to change some things and we want to fix some things. You know, I got too old to worry about what I want to show you, other than a new way for a better life that can save our life. Right. How about that? Jump on that. Now, if you ready for that, I got some champagne for you. Let's celebrate a new way. Brother Ross, what the hell going on with this football coach?
The one that recruited the Albany HBCU coach? Yeah. So the coach, the player he recruited, there was a video of him, and the controversy is that he was white, but he was a video of this former University of Florida 4-star recruit, which is, you know, obviously that's pretty good. There was a video of him where he was in a car singing rap lyrics. We know how rap lyrics are, modern rap lyrics. And there was an uproar. He lost his original scholarship to the University of Florida because of the video. So this coach of this HBCU, which we know they've struggled in modern times to recruit top athletes. Mm-hmm. He's just thinking now. His words were that he wanted to provide some redemption for this young man, when in reality, I believe he just saw an opportunity to get a 4-star recruit, mm-hmm. and he wasn't concerned about, he probably in his own mind, it's not a big deal. And so he went after this guy. He offered him a scholarship. Obviously the president of the university and the community in general, they were mad about it. And so the coach rescinded the scholarship offer, and the rest is it's pretty much done. This former University of Florida recruit, he's going to have to look for another school now, but it's like the coach, he has people angry at him for even attempting to recruit this player. Now, I don't know, what do you guys think about the idea that a white young man in the here in the 2020s. He was singing rap lyrics, and he gets his scholarship offer denied because of because he's just repeating what he's listening to. He's just repeating the lyrics. Do you guys think that's fair? I don't want to say like
I don't even think he should have got. I didn't hear the lyrics that he was repeating. Was it nigga this that then that's
I haven't seen like there wasn't I couldn't find a link to like the video, but it's implied that that's what it was. Yeah.
But I don't know, cause I remember Mari. I saw a video of Mari back down there in the Netherlands, and she was in the Dr. Dre, and she was like, "Me and the nigga gonna hang, we gonna," and I thought it was kind of cute, my damn self. This little 13-year-old walk around, bopping a little head with a little ponytail, nigga.
You crazy.
And then her mom and dad.
You saw a video of me?
Mom and dad waiting in the line, back 25 people trying to get her a Dr. Dre CD.
Yeah, the Chronic 2001.
So I don't, well, I'm laughing because I want to take light off of it, but I also understand, right? But I do know. I want to know whether now I'm at that point where but you know what? Times are still, this so deep, Ross, I can hug you. You don't even realize how deep you got. That's how deep you get when you don't even try to get there. And I'm going to prove it to you. This is so deep till you just proved that blacks and whites need to have a conversation about racism in order to fix it.
There was also a Dutch.
Think about it, Ross. Go ahead, Mark.
There was a Dutch coach. I think he coached an American basketball team. I'm not sure what kind of sport it was, but he was coaching here, right? And the majority of his team, I think, was black. Mm-hmm. And they had this song from Ludacris, "Move, Bitch, Get Out of the Way."
Yeah, I like that song.
Mm-hmm. When they win, they all sing that in the locker room. And the N-word is in the song. And the white Dutch coach was in there celebrating with his team. And someone from outside of the team decided, dude is a racist and needs to get out. That's terrible. And they fired him, and he's back in the Netherlands. You're right. Black and white people do need to talk.
We need to have a conversation.
Yes.
You don't think so, Ross? Because we gotta see. Now let's say, like, for instance, like with Mari and I, we could be riding and rolling and riding, and a song come on. You know what I mean? Niggas want to trade. Niggas want. And if we both sitting there saying it and everything, my mind ain't even on what she's saying. Because I'm at the place and space of where you are if you use that word. But see, we're a problematic nation where everybody can't feel that way. So some feel we can't even chance where you are. You understand what I mean?
But that's the same point that was brought up with Joe Rogan. The same point that the context of what Joe Rogan was using the N-word in, and not necessarily the N-word as of a direct slur. So would the real question be, and anyone can answer this, do you feel that no matter if they're non-black, whatever way you want to put it, whatever culture, do you feel like Black people should understand that the word is contextual?
All I know is, I don't know what we should understand. I want Mari to answer that question, but I will do this and be honest. You do your question first, Mari. What do you feel?
I feel like we shouldn't use the word at all. I mean, for me, my whole perspective changed. When you are 10, 11, 12-year-old in the Netherlands asking for a Dr. Dre CD and
bobbing that ponytail, Nick.
You sing along with songs. You have no fucking clue what you're singing, right? And it's all cool because it's a hip hop scene and it's all part of blah, blah. That's what Dutch people think. They have no clue of how the whole racial thing is in the United States. until you move out here, you go move to Inglewood or Los Angeles, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, now I understand. I'm definitely not repping the N-word anymore just because I don't want to get punched in the fucking face. And on top of that, it brings too much confusion, There are Black people saying the N-word to a white person because they're homies. They say it in a good way.
Yeah, what's up, Martin?
Right. And then you have the OGs, and especially, in the South, people get sick to their stomach when they hear the word. It's not cool, that shit ain't cool, still not cool. So I don't know. I wish there was one general answer that everybody would feel okay with, because I feel, it's local. Yeah, I don't know, local is the right word, but it does depend who you are, where you live, what you've been through, what your family's been through, how how you were raised, what's the word normal or not. And I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I wish it could be contextual, and I wish it was situational and all of that, but it's like one of those things. You don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything, God. Just don't use it. Just try not to use it, because someone's going to get offended. Someone is going to, there's someone out there who will not care who's using it, how they're using it.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's just, so now it's just like, it's I feel like it's, when someone kind of ruins the fun, it's like, well, we can't, like, we can't even have any fun anymore. So, like, you just don't use it. That's how it is. You can't even use it.
Basically, Ron said, "Niggas done fucked it up."
they did. Somebody did,
And I didn't say I said Igga.
It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Like I say, but Ross, y'all are still proving the point. There's a conversation that needs to be had. I say that for when the Caucasian white people say, well, we don't need to talk, and when the Black folks say, we need to talk about your damn lie. There's time for a conversation here in America, and that conversation needs to be had, because when we can't decipher, and it becomes problematic, and it's always problematic. The only way. But I mean, when you say, rep, everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna get reparations, we're gonna be okay. But y'all need to know that means to repair something. And the only way you can repair something is to talk about it. If it's about, we ain't talking about a car or something torn up, a thing. We're talking about a relationship. And if relationships are not working, and they haven't been working for centuries, you know what I mean? For a while, and it ain't it's gotten better, but not better. And now it's like we're flipped backwards again. Then there is conversation that needs to be had. Before it gets to that point where we are in a racial war. And you can only push some motherfuckers too far. Because, see, the generations are dying out. Y'all better go look up Paris and London's ass, honey. If you ain't never heard of them, go look them up. Little Paris and London teaching you something. London is the older sister, Paris is the baby sister. Fuck with London, Paris fucks you up every time. Paris not gonna stop until she gets you and beat your ass. Paris comes home with her hands all messed up from beating the shit out of folks fucking with her big sister, bullying her big sister. That's a new generation. I say that for a reason. If you fuck with London, Paris gonna fuck you up. So the generations are not like ours and our parents. And I'm talking my age. Ours and our parents, we take it to Jesus. Take it to the Lord in prayer. And we do. But see, Malcolm, before he got to really know Jesus and God, in the Muslim religion, he came in angry, eye for an eye.
By any means necessary.
Yeah. And Martin was, we gonna pray through this. And y'all keep having it. But now I see stuff y'all need to pay attention to. Over in predominant, I think in Beverly Hills, one of those areas, it's this black guy keep breaking in people's house and he on the camera like this.
I saw that.
And they can't catch him. There was a time when they didn't even cross over into your neighborhood. There was a time where Compton didn't come over to Beverly Hills. Compton spoke of Beverly Hills like it was thousands of miles away. I could tell you why it's happening, but I'm not going to give you all that much satisfaction. Not you guys, them. We got some things that we all need to talk about. We need to fix because right now, and it's not that, you know, all white people, I have to keep saying this. I shouldn't have to because they have to say it. I don't. I'm not in your neighborhood clowning. I wouldn't come in. You know, I wouldn't. We're not built that way. Like again, Mario, the first show we had with the white woman in Eagle Rock at the place talking about nigga, 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 nigga. My first show, I said, "What the hell are you mad about? You ain't sleepless nights because your kids live in another state, worrying about some officer killing them. You ain't. You what the hell are you mad at me for? I'm not even fucking with you." We still show you kindness and grace. We don't see you in the store and say, "You know what happened to George Floyd? Do you know what happened to George?"
To this day,
we don't.
Hey, you know what? That for some reason that just reminds me. I was in a store called Shopko. It's like kind of like Target, and I was there with a friend of mine from Detroit, and you know we weren't in Detroit. You know, we were miles and miles away. And I remember this guy just starts, like, it was right after the Trayvon Martin incident, and this guy like he starts talking to us about it, like he's got to let us know that, like, hey man, I'm down with the cause. Like, you know, it was out of nowhere, like, because my buddy had on a hoodie, like, and it was just, I don't know, it was just like, why is his mind in that place?
Because he thought about damn Trayvon Martin with that hoodie. That's what you should have asked him. You must be, something else must be going on. You know, my bro got a hoodie on, and that's what you think about.
Like, yeah, but that to me, that's a problem. Like, you may be saying, like, oh, you know what, like, man, what happened to him was wrong, etc., etc. But it's like, why are you even making that? Why are you equating a young black person in a hoodie to this other one? You know what I mean? Like, instantly, like your mind just made a connection there.
Because we all intertwined anyway.
And you know, and I mean, and just like, yeah, hey, so I guess maybe that's just how a lot of other people's minds work. So that lady you mentioned who just, you know, going off on that tirade.
Yeah, Mari saw that. I had the video footage of it and everything. I think they called the police on her. And she like, embarrassed a lot of other white people. That's why I say we ain't. I mean, let me separate something so this won't even have to go there. But hell, if it go there, go there. Hell, we don't mind being famous because we know what we mean and we know what our hearts are. So put us up on every video thing if you want. But there's a such thing. Like we said, people like the Proud Boys. You know, you have different. You know your heart. I'm not talking. If the shoe don't fit, please don't try to put this 8.5 on your damn 10 foot. When we say white, it's because it's separation of color. You guys started it. We was colored, we was black. Man, I don't know if we did this or y'all did it, but then we was African American. Some of us ain't even set our foot in Africa. Yeah, our ancestors may have, but some of us hadn't. So, but the names just keep changing for us, but y'all stay the same. White or Caucasian. Of course, at my dinner table, we had other names for you. Why don't y'all think about that? So that's why I said we all can't say we don't talk. So that's why I said I don't believe in getting too mad unless I know the situation, because Like, somebody at the job would say, well, I overheard him say something about us and said something about them niggas sometimes be silly. I said the word, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. It's my show. Anyway, I know sometimes we can used to be at my home and somebody in my family, uncle, somebody would say, man, I'm so tired of them crazy ass peckerwoods or rednecks. But have certain others that he had what they held high respect for. But the rednecks and peckerwoods was the ones out there you could hear them boot guns shot because they drinking. And they, 6-7 houses down, but they out with Billy Bob shooting the gun. They ain't got shit else to do. They drunk, nothing else to do.
Drinking Budweiser.
Yeah, yes. Then you get out there while I'm in the car and he just spinning around in circles with the dust going. And you like, what the fuck wrong with his crazy? So you would know how it was related. But my point is, if the shoe don't fit, please don't try to force it. In retrospect, I'm talking about white supremacists, which you're not supreme. You're not a supreme. You don't even know that part about it. That's another problem. So, guys, we agree that America needs to have a race conversation. Everybody's been saying it, but America is hard-headed. Always have been. Don't understand why that is, but we are. But we tired of burying. We're tired of grieving mothers, grieving brothers, sisters, children, grieving for their fathers or mothers. We're tired. And I'm promising y'all, these generations are changing. They're changing. And they are getting where they will bite back. So you're not going to be able to get away with it too much longer. See, we the praying family. We rather pray for you because you ain't worth answering for. I'd be damned if I go sit my ass in prison for your dusty, stinking ass. I would rather turn you over to Jesus. Jesus, take the wheel, please. As bad as I would want to cut your ass up, you not worth it. Not my life. Even if it's grieving, God knows how to heal fragile hearts in time. But you're not worth that. Unless it's killed or be killed. But otherwise, yeah, y'all get fortunate because we decide to take it to the Lord. But Crump, this $47 and $27 million ain't enough. We need to start breaking some motherfucking towns. We need to start breaking some cities, some states. This shit got to change.
100 mil, 200 mil, 300 mil.
You gotta go more, way more. Maybe somebody can take that money and start building some organizations that can really bring about some real deep changes. Guys in Chicago, this was today or yesterday was the day that Heidi Pendleton was murdered. Man, it's been how many years now? 10 or 15 years ago? Had been about, I would say, it may have been 15 because I think Barack Obama hadn't been long been inaugurated in office. So it has been that long. 15. And she was a drum majorette that played that dance and that was there and twirling her baton and everything when he was inaugurated from Chicago. And he she came, they had them in DC from Chicago. And innocently killed by a stray bullet. She was 15 years old. Beautiful black girl. Had a lot of promise in her life. The Obama Center, their library is going to have a special facility in her honor. I thought that was beautiful. Her name was Heidi Pendleton. And they still won't do nothing about gun violence. We've had 4 shootings 3 this weekend alone. But your Republicans, in which DeSantis is one of them, ain't doing a damn thing about gun control. My heart go out, like I said, just last week, and that shocked me with the Asians. That shocked me, and I cannot send enough condolences, and I really am we're gonna have our I have a friend and she works with the Asian hate crime. And I want her to come in and we're gonna talk with her for sure. I just was blown away. I've been around a long time. I won't tell you how long, and I hadn't seen no Asian behind no gun shooting at their own. You know, like
you're talking about the incident that happened in Huntington Park, correct?
In Huntington Park. I thought it wasn't true. I wanted to see them. Let me see the man that did it. I don't believe you. Because I know
you saw the video where they were touching it, right?
Yeah, but I just with them. They said he had mental health. I mean, I ain't trying to say everybody can't have it, and I ain't saying that, you know, but they be doing a good job of hiding their mental health. You know, so it's getting to that point now where there's a lot of. Okay, we can't do this. Mario, your job was to shut me up. We can't do this. We can't. This is just a proven fact. There's so much more we need to talk about. We're going to allocate those things and break them down. But I'm just saying we are going to address issues. We are. But we also want to make you laugh sometimes because life is so serious within itself. It's such a way down. Ricky Smiley, we send our condolences. He lost his first son. So it's so much going on. We would love to make you smile. And if you want to smile right now, picture this. Lily, she's not white, Dutch girl in the Netherlands. Just got her CD from her mom now. And she's going down the street and you can't tell her nothing. She just bopping that head to Dr. Dre now. And I'm wondering which song was her favorite. Was it the one he did with Snoop? But he did so many, Mar. You got to tell me which one it was. I want to bump which one was it, Mar? Tell me, Mar. What was the song? What was your favorite, Mar?
I'm kind of torn between still DRE and the next episode.
So just chill. To the next episode. I love that, Mari. That's what we gonna end this note. Mari giving one word, Ross giving one word, Quan giving one word, and we gonna chill to the next episode. Mari giving one word.
I did.
Give him one word, Mari.
Peace.
What is it?
Peace.
Peace. Keep in mind this is how she was now. She's about 13 or 14. Make sure y'all remember. Ross, what's your word?
Bouncing in my lowrider in my head.
And see, she had a lowrider.
Lowrider.
Did it have a little up and down? What kind of bird would it be? Huh? What the car with the little? Would it be with the shock?
Yeah. Hydraulics.
Yeah.
Hydraulics.
Yeah.
Like the El Caminos.
Yeah. Or Chevy.
All of that.
You know, Mari like all that there, see.
I really do. I do. I even visit the car shows and shit like that. So.
It's the motherfucking beat. Huh? Dr. Dre, mother. La.
We ain't gonna cuss on it, but we can. I was cussing.
Yes,
I was cussing.
Well, to go with Mari's peace, love.
Mm-hmm.
Love and peace.
Oh, that's so sweet. I thought we were gonna say love and happiness. But look for it. I thought I was gonna get you to do some Al Green. Love and happiness. Love and peace. What's yours, Quan?
Freedom.
Here's his freedom. Love, peace, freedom. Mine is gonna be knowledge. Because I always say that knowledge is your power, and right now we're going to need a lot of knowledge. But to quote them with that, like Quan would say, what they just said, peace.
The next episode.
Yes. Love is everything. So now what we want you to do, and I'm doing this for the DOWG. Y'all need to chill to the next episode.
Hey.
Guys, I'm joking aside, but we really having fun. We're going to end this tonight with some Yolanda Adams. I brought it in with some gospel. I'm going to take it out with some gospel this Sunday. If we need one thing right now, we need the Lord. If we ever needed the Lord, we sure do need him now. So I'm going to tell y'all that right now. But it's okay to chill with a little bit of Dre and a little DOWG. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're going to catch you on the next episode. We out this mug.
But I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of. They say life is what you make it, yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of, yeah, yeah. They say life is what you make it. But I'm a